Hello everyone, ATR here, and welcome back to the Hearthstone Beta. So let's continue on our arena run with our Shaman, which has been going just as well as the other ones, where we just win 2 and lose after that. So, well, we're currently 2 and 2, 1 more loss, and we are out. So here's hoping that we get 10 wins in a row, and that's it, right? I don't know. I'm gonna have to rethink the way that I set up my arena drafts. I guess those are just not good enough, or I don't know. But yeah, it's been pretty hard. And like I said, I mean, I did get up to 10 wins one point, but I don't know. It's just not getting anywhere near that anymore, but oh well. No time to... What the hell was that? Musty
Thrall versus
anyways,
Anduin.
Tonari.
The light shall bring victory.
Priests are tough. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Pretty horrible start. I guess we'll keep the Frost Shock just in case, since it is a 1 cost, but we're going to toss everything back. And we get just this crappy drops. I guess turn 2, Thalmor Farseer, just to have something on the field. Let's see if we don't get any additional draws besides this, because yeah, that's not working out. So he's still choosing. Okay, well. There he goes. We can see him finally going through his cards. So maybe he went AFK, which is kind of a weird thing to do in arena, but there he goes. Gets himself 3 cards, and we're off. So greetings, friend. Here's hoping he doesn't get any 1-drop. Nope, no 1-drops. That's nice for us. We'll go ahead and pass. So yeah, probably turn 2 we do this guy, even though he's probably gonna get Shadow Worded. But well, I mean, at least it'll draw a Shadow Word, so I suppose that's okay. Loot Hoarder comes out. That's actually great against this because it doesn't kill it. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. So out comes the coin, and out comes the Thalmor Farseer. So he is gonna have to see about a way of getting rid of it. And I'm sure he has ways of getting rid of it. Like I said, probably a Shadow Word, but well, it is arena. He can either have 10 of those or not even draw a single one. So it is a random situation. So here's hoping. So he goes to the center, gets himself a Harvest Golem. Harvest Golem pretty good. And he decides to skip his turn. He could have actually hit me with that Loot Hoarder, so that puts us in an okay spot. We can Frost Shock this thing and toss out another Loot Hoarder. Kill his own Loot Hoarder. We can Frost Shock and kill that and leave the 2 1s alive, which is not the best bet. Well, let's see what we actually get for this, because the other option is a Loot Hoarder, but I don't think a Loot Hoarder really matters much at this point. So out comes the Wrath of Air Totem. Okay, so that actually means that we are going to hit that with the Wrath of Air, hit this, and hit him. Okay, so yeah, that's going to work out decently okay. So Frost Shock comes out, hits that so that it stays still and is now a 2-1. We hit the Loot Hoarder, so it's out of the field, and we hit him for an additional 2. So this turn he has the option of either bringing something out or spending 2 mana to heal his Golem back to full. So either way, it should allow us to swing twice with the Thalmor, and next turn I can actually either protect it if necessary, or bring out a Dark Iron Dwarf and make it hit for 8 damage on it. So Shilwind Yeti comes out. What do we want to do against the Shilwind Yeti? We can bring out a Totem and a Loot Hoarder. That doesn't really do us much good. We can bring out the Cult Master and sacrifice our Thalmor, but that only gets us a card, and that's not really good. We can put out a Mogushan Warden, which absorbs the hits from these 2 guys, but it doesn't actually kill any of them because he can easily heal the Golem and it stays alive. So I think what we're going to do in this situation is go for the big damage play. Get him with 8 damage and force him to start trading his stuff with us. He's going to use the Golem to kill this anyways, and get himself another 2-1. And then the Shilwind Yeti will probably kill this. Leaves us in a bad spot, but decent amount of early pressure. So yeah,
The
let's
light shall
do it that way. Oh fuck. So we're gonna go ahead and hit it for 8. And that's it. So not the best play, but it is a play that we went with. So yeah, unfortunately he's gonna have board advantage, although he's not gonna get rid of our totem, but not really much the point to do that. He can heal up that guy for making him a 5/4. I mean a 4/5, which is essentially the same as a Shaman Yeti. Shaman Yeti takes a hit, and this guy takes a hit with another guy, so he has a lot of board advantage, which is very good for him. So let's see here. We could loot Hoarder and Totemic Call, but that doesn't really get us much. Mogashan Warden is kind of the only option we have here, just to delay and see what else we can draw. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be it. Mogashan Warden comes out. Next turn we're probably going to drop off a Boulder Fist Ogre, just to put up a big threat. Hopefully he doesn't have a Shadow Word, but...
Is someone injured?
When Northshire Cleric comes out, he's going to get some health. He's going to probably heal up his Shilwyn Yeti to keep it alive. Oh, no, very good move there. Okay, so heals 2 of them. Gets 2 cards. He can heal it once again and get yet another card. So yeah, we're in a bad spot. Bad spot. Decides to keep his guys, but sacrifices the 8 damage. Okay. Another Mogashan Warden, or it's just a big fat guy. I'm probably going to toss out the big fat guy, just in case. Although this thing is going to stay alive, so he's not going to have much of a problem to deal with it. But here's hoping he doesn't have a Shadow Word Death. Or is it Pain? Shadow Word, I think Shadow Word Death. Yeah, Shadow Word Death I think is the one for the bigger damage ones. But one of those 2 Shadow Words, they can kill it very easily. So he has... yeah, Shadow Word Death. There it is. Okay. Now we're in a very bad spot. We're going to take 4, 8, 10, 11 damage. He gets to draw even more cards. Kind of weird that he goes with the highest guy one, but anyway. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this at all. Lightning Ball this out. Lightning Bolt can kill that. That's about it. 5, 6, 7. So next turn we take 4, 8, 10, almost completely dead. If he has an inner fire, then we are definitely dead.
What to do?
Yeah, there's not really much we can do, so we're just gonna put out the Engineer. We're gonna hit that guy for 3, get ourselves a card. And call it a day, and if he has inner fire, then we're dead. So yeah, this game is over rather fast, so I think this is going to be quite a short episode. Wow. I honestly don't know why I am doing so bad all of a sudden. Well, not all of a sudden, but recently. Ever since the change to when it went up to 12. So we're dead next turn. We have no way of dealing with this. We can silence this guy, so he doesn't have as much health as he does, but he's still gonna have 7. So it's only damaging him for 3. 7 damage comes down. Let's see. 7, and he still has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we're dead. Yeah, let's go ahead and play it.
Well played.
So we concede because that's all we can do. And that is all we shall do. So yeah, that went bad, as bad as it could go. So let's go ahead and get ourselves another 2-key treasure. That's gonna be a pack and probably some dust. And we are ways away from getting the fire gold. 45 dust, okay. For another arena, so that's gonna take a long while before we do another episode. Let's go ahead and check what we got on the pack, and that's gonna be Venture Co Mercenary, nice. Eye for an eye. I think I already have 2 of those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Rare. Commanding Shout. Yeah, I don't really like that card. It's kind of interesting. It's a 2 cost. Your minions cannot be reduced below 1 health this turn and draw a card. So essentially it's immunity for your creatures on your turn. But there's not a lot of situations where that's really that useful. But I suppose it could get, you could get it to work. And Silver Hand Knight. And an epic. Nice. Patient Assassin. Well, I don't use rogues that much, but that's a nice one. It's a 1/1 for 2 with stealth that destroys any minion damaged by this minion. So he dies most of the time, like immediately, but there's some ways to get him, up in health, like the Young Priestess or the Defender of Argus, things like that. That can buff up his health a little bit, and that way he trades 2 for 1. But most of the time, it's just a big thread there that is just like, whatever you bring out, I can instantly kill it with this. So think very hard about what you want to bring on the field. Anyways, well, that's going to do it for us. Very, very, very short episode, but yeah, I mean, there's really not much we can do here. I suppose to round it out, we can just go ahead and play another quick round with the RNG Gods deck and pray to the gods that we get a awesome draw and the RNG works in our favor. So yeah, let's just round it out a little bit. It was only 10 minutes, so I don't think that's a good enough length for an episode. So. Okay, so we're going to be going up against a worthy opponent. And that's going to be a warrior. Nice. Scopata. Scopata, like psychopath.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, Young Priestess is out. We don't actually want Young Priestess, so we're going to send everything back and see if the RNG blesses us with something else. Weapon is nice, Master Swordsmith is nice, and Fire Elemental is also nice. So yeah, that's okay. That's an okay opening. Turn 2 weapon helps us deal with a lot of threats that come into the field.
Greetings.
Let's give him greetings, because that is what polite people do.
Greetings.
And he's probably going to pass. And he passes. Okay, so since he passed, we are simply going to go ahead and get a totem. No point in putting out the Master Swordsmith first, because it doesn't do anything, just being out. So might as well put out a totem, and next turn, we either deal with the threat. Okay, well, he actually deals with our threat. Okay. So that is a 3 damage weapon, so we're just simply going to continue to produce totems. No sense in bringing the Master Swordsmith, because it has 3 health, and that's a 3 damage weapon, so. Out comes the healing totem once again. He can swing at it if he wants, and we'll see what else he got. But yeah, the reason I don't bring the Master Swordsmith out first is because it buffs other units, and if there's nothing on the field, it's not going to buff. And it would have died, so yeah. So he's going to remove our totem once again, so that puts us in an okay spot. That means that we can totem and use the Master Swordsmith. So let's go ahead and get yet another totem. Spell power totem this time, and the Master Swordsmith comes out, buffs the totem, and now we have 2 1/1s, or well, 2 1 damage attackers on the field. So he's gonna want to deal with that Swordsmith. If he has another weapon, he just simply pops that and kills it. Wrathy Weaponsmith comes out. That can't kill the Swordsmith, so it's gonna go for the totem. Okay. And we are at we could go for the super gamble and use Tinkmaster Overspark to try to kill this, but that actually doesn't help us that much. We can equip our own weapon, but it doesn't kill the Wrathy Weaponsmith, unfortunately. And we're 1 mana away from the Fire Elemental, so I think we are... No, I don't want to waste a Hex on that. I mean, that's just stupid of me to do. So I think we're just simply going to Totem, hoping for a Taunt Totem. No, we don't get a Taunt Totem, which is bad. Stormforge Axe comes out. We're simply going to hit him, and we are going to pass. Here's hoping he doesn't actually have a... what is it called? The Swampus that breaks my weapon. Usually that's why I swing my weapon as soon as it comes out, but I didn't have any additional mana to use. I could have gone for the Tinkmaster Overspark into the Totem and trying to get the 5/5, but it was a gamble, and even though it is an RNG deck, we try to do it a little bit smartly at least. So he can very easily remove both my guys and stay on the field. I do have a Lightning Storm for next turn if he decides to put stuff stuff out there, so he's simply going to cleave, hit me for 2, he can hit me for 1 with the weapon, and keep his 3/3 on the field. Yeah, you want to hit me with your weapon. That's accurate. Okay. So he hits me with the weapon, only takes 1 damage himself, and hits me for 3, and then armors on. That's nice. Okay. So, let's see. We have our big guy here, which we cannot bring out because of the overload, so that's bad for us. Stupid thing to have done, but not a lot that we could do against it. So we're just simply going to totem and call it a day. He's playing very passively with his cards. He's not being very aggressive like most warriors are. So that leads me to believe he has a lot of removal, like the cleave that he used. Where is it? There he goes, cleaves. So he's going to try to remove my stuff. Asia Drake comes out, plus 1 damage on the spells, and extra damage. I mean an extra card, so that's nice for him. In this situation, we are going to probably use Forked Lightning. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Spell Power Totem. No Spell Power Totem. Okay, well, we're going to have to kill this guy and toss the other. So that gives us an Acolyte of Pain out there. And we're going to have to take a 4 damage to the face, which is kind of unfortunate. So we hit that, and we overroll for 2, and hit both of those. And get him out of the field, so now we finally have a little bit of a board advantage. But we did take massive hits, so we're now down to 20. So 1/3 of our health already gone. Next turn, we're going to overload for 2, which means that we're only going to have 6 available mana to spend. That gives us the option of a 3 damage removal hit, so that's kind of okay. And depending on what he brings, we can also draw some cards with it. Hopefully we can draw more than 1, but drawing 1 card is also not bad as long as you draw. Ideally, we can get a hit on something that doesn't kill it, and it heals with the totem. So he decides to pass his turn, apparently. It's only 1 damage output on the field, so it's understandable why he would do something like that. We get ourselves the other weapon on the hand, so we're simply going to put out yet another totem. And we're going to swing in with our weapon because we have another one in the hand. And swing in for 1. He's probably holding on to something like a brawl or something of sorts, like that. So he is wanting to remove my heavy hitters. So again, no sense in bringing out the Fire Elemental because it has a 3 damage Battle Cry, which, yeah, you can target the hero with, but it doesn't make much sense to do that. So he hits the 2 guys that I was hoping he would hit, gets me a card, and then goes for the Execute on that. Really? You're going to blow an Execute on that? Okay, well, that's actually excellent for me. That's 1 Execute down, meaning that he can't really deal with both of the Fire Elementals on our deck. Excellent! So we are going to continue hitting, and since there's nothing on the field, we're just simply going to put our own threats. We do have 2 hexes on the hand, so no, I don't want to get rid of any of this. I would have gotten rid of the 1/1 totem if it had come out. So we're just simply going to swing at him and equip yet another weapon. And we have 3, 6, 7, 8 cards. So he has to do something now. He is now at 9 cards and is about to fill up his hand. We got 2 mind control techs, but he's not dropping any minions, so there's nothing for them to do. 2 hexes for big targets, so that's great. An additional type of hex, but I feel like we're probably gonna have to spend this guy on a totem next turn.
I got the best deals anyway.
Gadgetzan Auctioneer comes out. It's a very fancy looking auctioneer. He is going to Whirlwind, dealing 1 damage and drawing a card. He can do another Whirlwind if he has it, and draw yet another card. It's a weird thing to do, but I suppose he could do it. I wouldn't use Whirlwind against totems, but whatever. It's fine. He kind of has to use another one here or a cleave if you want to get rid of these guys, because otherwise this is just going to heal it up. Another Execute. Oh my god, that's okay. Well, that actually means that next turn we're going to bring out our Fire Elemental and kill that guy because it already took 1 damage. And we're starting to get our RNG deck in line. So here we go. So that dies, and we have 3 mana available, so we're going to put out a Demolisher and have a turn. So Demolisher hits stuff on the start of the turn, and he already blew both of his Executes, so he can't very easily get rid of the of the Flame Elemental. I mean, that one would have been a priority target for execute. Damage it with a Whirlwind and do it like that, or sack a tiny creature against it and hit it with that.
I got the best deal.
So another Gadgetzan
anywhere.
Auctioneer comes out, and he's gonna probably slam the Might Guy. What is he doing? He inner rages the Gadgetzan Auctioneer. Just draw another card. Still has 8 cards in his hand. The inner rage doesn't cost anything. Force on Commander with charge. That's a nice option. Not bad. Force on Commander is a priority target, so what I'm hoping he does here is he doesn't actually go for. He goes straight for me instead of the elemental. That way I can just Fork Lightning both of those and stays alive. So yeah, he's definitely going for 8. So he's gonna charge me for 8. Yeah. Okay. Thing is that the Demolisher could potentially kill it, which is kind of weird. So he gets a card simply to get a card. Okay, there goes the Demolisher, hits him directly. That's actually quite excellent. We are okay with all of that. So we already have our Spell Power Totem out, so this kills both of them. There we go. We bring out a Totem. And we bring out an Acolyte of Pain, and we charge in with everything. And we end our turn. Now, if he has the, what is it called? The big guy, the Grommash Hellscream, he can't use Enrage on it because he already spent both of them, so that's kind of okay. So that means he can't really deal a lot of damage to us. There's still ways of doing it, but yeah, I mean, he lost his Warsong Commander, so we're okay. A Brawl here would be kind of sucky, but still, yeah, there it goes. So he uses Brawl to try to get rid of my threats. Let's see who makes it out. That's going to be the Healing Totem. The Healing Totem wins a Brawl. Well, that's stupid, but oh well. That's a good move for him. Wrathy Weaponsmith comes out. He's going to get rid of my Totem and keep a 3/3 on the field. This isn't going very well, but whatever. Okay. So we are going to put out a Totem. That's going to be a damage Totem. And we're actually going to screw with him a little bit so that he has to deal with the Totem and probably the Priestess. Yeah, I don't really see much of a point of using Tinkmaster. I could Hex that, but I don't feel like that's the biggest threat right now. So yeah, we're going to put that out there. And pass. So that becomes a 3/0, which means he can't beat it with his weapon. He's going to have to use the 3 damage on the Weaponsmith to get through it, and gives the weapon another, burns the weapon on the Priestess. I'm hoping he spends some of his cards and gets more guys on the field, and then we just simply Lightning Storm. We're at about 14. He only has 6 cards left, so he's running out of time. He slams that. He's going to be able to draw a card from that. Okay. He's going to go for that, and the Weaponsmith is going to attack me. No, he's going to attack the attack. Okay. That's fine. You still have 8 mana left, dude. Come on. Toss some guys out there and do some stuff. Nature Drake comes out. Good. Anything else? Fiery War Axe. Okay, well, he can't swing with the War Axe, so we're okay with that. Okay, Knife Juggler comes out. Well, this is an opportunity, so let's go ahead and put out the Knife Juggler. We're going to put out a Totem. That is the Spell Power Totem. Hits that guy, so that's actually kind of bad, but I suppose it's okay. We are going to Hex this. Yeah, not as best as good as it could have gone. I would have preferred the Knife Juggler to hit the Azure Drake, and I would have Lightning Storm to get rid of both of them, but I think that was probably the only other option. I still have 2 technical hexes. I have a Hex and the potential of a Hex on a Tickmaster Overspark. Blood Mage Thanos comes out. He's going to Whirlwind, kill himself as well. Gets rid of both guys, so that's actually nice for him. And he draws a card, but he's now only left with 2 cards, so he's about to run his entire deck out. But that might not be a bad thing for him. The armor's up. Probably gonna swing at me for 3. Yeah. Getting me very close to death. Mad Bomber comes out. Yeah, well, Mad Bomber's gonna have to come out. So, Mad Bomber, ho!
Something up.
One is him. One me. Another him. Okay. Then comes the Spell Power Totem. That's actually not what we wanted. And I think we die here. I don't see any way of coming out of this. I could hex my own guy just simply to have taunt, but he gets through it very easily. And I think a Gromash deals at least 8 damage.
What to do?
Or very easily deals 8 damage, so I don't think there's a way of getting through that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
I'm almost out of cards.
He has 1 card left in his deck, but he has the full deck out there, so. He can hit us for 3, we're down to 5, and let's see, a Korkron Elite hits for 4. Second Korkron Elite kills me, and he has enough for both. Actually, he doesn't even need to swing with 2 Korkron Elites.
I wonder.
He hasn't brought them out just yet, and somehow I doubt that any of these are actual damage cards. I mean, not damage cards, what am I trying to say? Guys there, so he can enrage that, but no, he's gonna go for the damage with that. Okay. Breaks his weapon, so I think we're okay. This doesn't help me right now because it's more damage on this. We're gonna have to hex that, and we're simply gonna run out the mind control text because he has 1 more card, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's 7 cards. Sorry. So that's 8 cards total. I don't think he's gonna have enough to bring that, and if he does, I have a lightning storm. So we are going to bring out a totem. That's a taunt totem, so that's actually quite excellent for us right now. Does he have a way of getting rid of the taunt totem? Potentially. He could have the Cruel Taskmasters to deal damage to his own guys. He already spent both Whirlwinds and both Inner Rages. So I'm gonna pass. I'm actually gonna pass here. I'm gonna leave it like that. So he's out of cards, so he's gonna start getting fatigue every turn, and I still have 11 cards left. So if we can withstand this, then we win. The cards in his hand are all he has, and he's gonna start taking damage. So a Cruel Taskmaster is really the only way he could enrage the Worgen, in which case I would take a lot of damage. But the other option is if he has Arcanite Reapers. Arcanite Reapers deal 5 damage, so that's very difficult to deal with. Warsong Commander comes out. That doesn't really help his guy. And another Raging Warrior comes out. That helps him out quite a bit. He's going to get rid of my Spell Power Totem. And he offers. Ooh, 1 more guy?
Drink with
No.
me, friend.
Warsong Commander gets out of it. Okay. Okay, well, that's okay for us. We are going to... Should we risk enraging? No. Yes. No. No. Okay. No. So we're gonna totem out, and that is a Stone Claw Totem. Oh man. Well, RNG gods are gonna have to favor us this time around. So RNG gods go, and they don't. Jesus, that's actually horrible. Okay. So let's see. We can hex one of these, and we can put out a Knife Juggler, but he hits us for 4 damage at least. If we hit one of them for 4 damage, we are kind of dead, but if he has a Mortal Strike, but I don't remember if he used one, we also die. So I think here I'm going to have to absorb a hit and take Master Overspark one of those? No, we're going to hex one of those, yeah. So we are going to absorb a hit down to 4, and we're going to hex that. And now comes the Knife Juggler. So he gets fatigue, taking 1 damage, and he's now down to 6 cards. He has a Warsong Commander, so he can start charging at me. If he can do 4 damage, that's it. Ah, man. This is a stressful game. I gone a little bit
What
smoother.
now?
We still have a lightning strike in our hand. He has a Warfight Commander. He passes. Okay. So that's actually quite excellent for us. We are going to simply call out a totem. Hits that. And we hit him for 3. And well, there's a potential of still being able to remove stuff, so we're going to keep our weapon in our hand. I should have brought out the Stampeding Kodo instead. Damn it, that was a mistake. Yeah, Stampeding Kodo would have been a good thing to have out there right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to wait until he has less cards in his hand. So that comes out. He now takes 2 damage, down to 18. Keep it going. He decided not to cast anything. He has another Brawl, I'm pretty sure of that. So he's trying to get rid of the stuff I have on the field right now. He's trying to increase the percentage chance that the Taunt Totem is not going to be the one left on the field. So he passes once again. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm actually not going to do anything here. And I still have 3, 4, 5, 6 turns left where I can do stuff. So I'm just going to hit you like that and pass my turn. I'm not even going to get anybody else out. Because if you're waiting for the Brawl, that's not going to happen. And I'm just going to wear you down. I have, what, 8 turns left where I don't take any damage. So there we go. Here comes a Warsong Commander. He's going to get the Molten Giant out, and he is going to get a second Molten Giant. Oh, then why were you waiting for that? Oh, he was waiting for the damage. Okay. Oh. That is a very weird warrior deck, but I suppose it worked for him. Raid Leader has a rank, and there we go. So that's going to do it for us. We actually went past the time doing that, so yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.